Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hey, Facebook friends, reaching out to you from Ignite Television. It's JB Owen, CEO and founder of Ignite. So happy to be chatting with you today, wherever you are in the world, sending you lots of love and excitement. And why am I coming to you live? Well, you know that I love to reach out when we're doing something epic and special. And today is a really important day. Something galactic is happening. We are launching the next book in our series with one of our solo authors, Curtis Ghee. That's right, everybody. This phenomenal book, Uncuffed Potential, is our newest iteration of our next solo author stepping into the arena to share an incredible amount of stories, information, tips, tools, and strategies on how you can uncuff your potential and step into the greatest version of you. And I'm so excited because guess what? I have Curtis here with me. We're going to talk to the author directly. Welcome, Curtis. So happy to have you. Welcome to Ignite Television.
Hello, JB. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So today is the big day. Your book is launching. It's going out into the world for everyone to get a copy. And folks, yeah, it's so wonderful. Me too. I got mine. Folks, good news. If you want to enjoy a copy of this right now, just go to Amazon and go to Uncuffed Potential. Click on the link below that you see, and you can get a free Kindle download today because Curtis is generously giving everyone a copy of his book to share with you the power of the message inside it. So Curtis, let's just rewind a little bit. When did you start this project?
Actually, back in 2017, I was asked to speak at Temple University to a group of ex-offenders. And so it was like a little workshop, and it was called The 5 Keys to Your Destiny. Free your mind, change your life. Ironically, there were no ex-offenders, but it was 33 people who were interested in the subtitle that said "Free Your Mind, Change Your Life." So people were walking around wanting mental freedom, not physical freedom. So I did the seminar. A little lady came up to me afterwards for her evaluation, and she had said, "If Curtis hasn't written a book on this, he should."
Oh.
That morning when I woke up, I told my wife I had a dream that I wrote a book on this. And so I did maybe around 2018, 2019. I tried to self-publish. That was the worst thing. And I never put the book out. I made copies and never put it out. And then I met JB and her team, and they helped us, construct this wonderful book. So that's the genesis of it. And the name I changed it to is Uncuffed Potential.
It's so amazing. And I just want to say bravo to you because that was an Ignite moment, that lady coming up to you and saying, you need to have a book about this. That's
Yeah.
so interesting. And also just great advice and inspiration for other people to know that writing a book takes time. It's a genesis, it's a process, it is an evolution. And of course, we're so grateful that you came to work with us because we want to support you in doing what you're doing today, which is offering your book to the world. So folks, please go get a copy. What I want to ask you is if you were to summarize this book so that somebody knew exactly what the essence of it is, what would you say?
Well, I would say that this book is for the everyday working person, people who go day to day through life, and deep down inside, they kind of know that there's more to life than what I'm doing. And it's not to say that everybody has to own their own business or whatnot. You might be satisfied with the work that you're doing. But for me, I never was concerned about having the best car or the biggest house or any of those things. But one thing that always troubled me was secretly not knowing what my purpose was. And I believe that a lot of people are going around and they're not sure what their purpose is, but they know, again, deep down inside, there's something special. There's something greater inside. There's greater work to do. And this book, what I like about it, is a lot of stories or anecdotes about people, just like, again, the everyday person who have persevered and have found that aha moment and have created a life that they want. So again, this is for somebody who is just looking to discover themselves and discover their purpose and their passion, and to live out their potential, and just change the perspective of yourself, that there are other people just like you. Sometimes we feel like I'm the only one that feels this way, but there are other people also who feel the same way. And then it helps you to create a plan for your life. So That's pretty much it in a nutshell.
So well said. And you know what I like about this book is that you have infused a lot of yourselves, your story. You're very vulnerable. And then you talk about the fact that you, for decades, were a police officer with the Philadelphia Police Department. And the whole thing about uncuffed potential, you talk about putting people in handcuffs, and yet you felt like you were in handcuffs. You were putting people behind bars, but you felt that you were behind bars. Talk about that a little bit because it's so juicy and yummy.
Yeah, thank you. Again, growing up a young kid, I was always a good kid. Never been in trouble. But again, I didn't know what I was called to do. I tried school. Didn't know what I wanted to do. All I ended up with was a student loan payment, no degree. So I went into the Philadelphia Police Department, and I thought that being a good cop was one who made a bunch of arrests. You know, I looked as a young 24-year-old, I'm looking at other officers locking up people, and I thought that was the essence of doing the job. But it was a moment that occurred, a very tragic moment that really changed my life, and I started to learn that I'm not being a good cop is not one who locks people up, but it's one who can be a positive influence. So during that time of that tragedy, I started to realize what my purpose was. Um, and I almost lost my train of thought. But yeah, it was that I felt like oftentimes I was no different than the people I was cuffing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I didn't know my purpose. But what happened was once the incident occurred, I started to get more into the community. I started realizing, I said, well, if I can maybe say something or do something to help a person change the way they think. I've often said that it's not the hand of a man that causes him to steal, but it's the mind that controls the hand that makes him a thief. So if I can say something to do something to help them change the way they think, then perhaps that would change the trajectory of their lives. And if they can find their purpose in it all, then maybe I won't have to cuff them anymore. So became more interested in helping people to uncuff their potential so that they can live out their life's purpose.
Yeah, it's a beautiful idea because it's kind of like you know, you can give people fish or you can teach them to fish and you can tell
Exactly.
people what to do or you can show them how to create their own potential. And I think you do that beautifully. There's
Thank
so many great stories, antidotes, references, everything from Oprah to sports athletes to Lady
you.
Gaga, to Wayne Gretzky. I mean, you really have poured a lot of examples in here of how people need that tenacity, that perseverance, that dedication. You have the 5 steps. Do you want to share a little bit about those 5 steps?
Yes, again, I call them the 5 keys. And the first one is perspective. Uh, until you change the way you view yourself, again, sometimes we feel like we're out on an island, it's just us. But when you change your perspective and start seeing that, you know what, there is something great inside of me, then that's when your life can begin to change, when you allow your life to change. Next is passion. Sometimes we associate passion with just love making and all of that, but passion is really sometimes it's the thing that makes you angry. It's the thing that gets under your skin. You know, the guy that got tired of dipping the pen in the ink at some point, he said, you know what, we're going to put the ink inside the pen, you know. And for myself, my passion came out when I got tired of picking up, in particular, young black males who were being murdered on the streets each and every day, and that drove me to want to make a change. The next is potential. Potential is not what you have already used up. Potential is what's left over. I reference Shaquille O'Neal. He can't run up and down the court anymore to make his money, but everything he learned from basketball, he parlays into something else. So potential is still exists in you. Next is purpose. Purpose is the purpose is comes from the manufacturer. No manufacturer creates anything without giving it a purpose. God created all of us, whether you believe him or not. He did, and he has given us something. You know, so that's no different. And then the last is planning. None of the 4 keys matter if you don't have a plan. And but once you get those 4 keys in place in your life, and then you put a plan around it, then you can see and become the person that God created you to be.
Yeah, I think you've done it so beautifully. The 5 keys are so simple, they're easy, they're understandable, they're exact, and again, not complicated. And so in the book, people can go through it very quickly, very easily, find the pieces, find the keys, put them and implement them into their lives. And I think really it's a fun read, it's an easy read. I love that you didn't make it complicated. I love that you didn't make
Mhm.
it, so out there that it was hard for people. They had to, study it. It's not the kind of book that you have to study. It's the kind of book that you have to embody and
Right.
that you can read it and really become it. And I think that's a real testament to you as a writer. And I just want to say congratulations for all the work that you did to put into this book.
Well, thank you, JB. And I can honestly say, and it's not cliche-ish, but I could not have done this without you.
Oh, thank you. Well, we
Um,
had so much fun. I'm going to do
yeah.
something kind of crazy right now. I'm going to just open up like this page right here and read something. Wow, it's amazing. It says, connecting to people with similar views and values is a key ingredient to your success. Talk about that a little bit.
I'm sorry, connecting.
Connecting to people with similar views and values is a key ingredient to your success.
Right. Sometimes we get caught up in what others are doing. We think that sometimes it seems like the game clock of life is just running, passing us by, and I have to do something. But what happens, I mentioned in the book, Bishop T.D. Jakes, he talks about Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Elizabeth, the mother of John the Baptist. When they both were pregnant with the babies, they came together and it said that the babies leaped in their womb. And I believe that when you get around someone who embodies your purpose, even if you're not sure what it is, when you get around them, your baby leap. And what happens
Mm.
is you feel like, you know what? I was born to do this. I would do this if I wasn't even getting paid. So this is why you want to be around people who have the same value. You know, everybody's not meant to be the boss. I always say that, I'm sure my guns, the bicep is the handsome part of the body of the arm. Not so the elbow, the little ashy elbow is not. But without the elbow, the bicep cannot flex. The bicep cannot reach its full potential. So you don't have to hit the home run in life. You might be the guy to get you on first base. You might hit the singles, but whatever you do it to the fullest. Master it.
Fantastic. Okay, one more just because we can have some fun. All
Okay.
right. Despite hard work and tenacity. Oh, this is a little story about somebody. So 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. Written by Mark Twain, a quote by Mark Twain. What does that mean to you? Be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the things you once did.
Well, again, we were all created with and for a purpose. And what a shame. I reference Alex Scott of Alex Scott Lemonade. She died at the age of 18 of cancer. I'm sorry, at the age of 8 of cancer. Even though she died at the age of 8, her legacy still lives on. Millions of dollars have been raised as a result of her. Across town is an 80-year-old man laying on the bed, looking up at this ceiling fan as he is about to transition from this world, and all his dreams, visions, and unfulfilled things are saying to him, "We have to go to the grave with you
Hmm.
because you never you never did what it took to fulfill your dreams, the dreams, and your destiny." So that's pretty much what that means.
Yeah, beautifully said. And I just want to share also inside the book is it's just so gorgeous. You've got some really great artwork in here. You've got some places for people to work and do some little self-reflection. I mean, you've really put some care and attention into this book. And I really want to say fantastic. Now more than ever, people are facing all kinds of challenges. The world is changing so much. How do you feel this book can really speak to what's going on in the culture right now?
I believe that in spite of what's going on, we all have a purpose to be fulfilled. And I really believe that when you're not operating in your gifts uh, um, and talents, it eats away at you.
Hmm.
So despite what's going on, we still have assignments to be fulfilled. There are things to be done in this world. So I just believe, and I think that that clock is always going, especially the older you get. When you're in your 20s and 30s, you kind of figure you got to have the rest of your life. But people in my demographic, I'll be 54 on Wednesday, and so we don't have time to waste. We don't have time to not get it right. The mistakes you made in the first quarter, you can't do it in this fourth quarter. So I just believe, in spite of what's going on, the great satisfaction that you get is when you fulfill your destiny.
That's so true. And so, how do you feel today? It's launch day. People are going all over the world, can have access to your book. And, folks, if you like what you're hearing and you find it interesting and you know you have some potential in you, please check out Curtis's book on Amazon. It's free today, and that's phenomenal. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was looking to get some books on my Kindle, and I didn't realize how expensive books were to download. So when you can get a book for free that has this much yummy information in it, I really want to encourage you to go do that. And I want to again ask you, Curtis, how does it feel? Because you've worked hard. It's been months. It's been almost a year. It's been 5 years, as you said, from inception.
Right.
Today's the day it's launching. And what's the emotional marker for you?
I feel good too, because even though I wrote the book, I'll be transparent. There are times when that spirit visits me that makes me feel like, you're not good enough, or this is not good. Who's going to read it? You go through all of that stuff. But the fact that I did it,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it's done, and then too, the ministry part of it for me is that I know what it feels like to not know your purpose, to smile and to look the part and just go about your day like everything is fine. But I know what that feels like. And I want to convey that to the reader, that we all kind of go through that. Sometimes the person that could be a CEO or a big mega star, if you read their story, oftentimes they went through these things too. So I just really don't want anyone to feel alone in this journey, that you can, no matter when it is, your expiration, your purpose has no expiration date.
Yeah.
Until you die, that's when it expires. So no matter if you missed it in your 20s, you missed it in your 30s, 40s, or like me, now you're in your 50s, it's never too late.
That's such a great, your purpose does never expire. That's wonderfully and well said. I want to congratulate you so much from your family at Ignite Publishing and all of your fellow authors who are just watching you with pride and admiration. They're so proud of you. Hundreds of downloads have happened already, and we just want to encourage anybody who's watching right now, go get a copy, go get a download. And you can, at the back of the book, reach out to Curtis, find some of his resources. I know you have a free gift connected to your book people can get access to. Do you want to talk about that for a moment?
Yes, it's a little pamphlet, I call it, and it's 5 insightful tips to self-discovery. And it speaks about purpose and passion and things of that sort. You want to follow people who are doing what you're doing, or what you want to do, and get a laser focus on what you want to do. And don't be like me. I used to be a jack of all trades and didn't master anything. So you want to laser focus on what you purpose in your heart to do.
Yeah, folks, your purpose is the key. One of the most important things. How you live life is based on your purpose. And if Curtis's book can help you get that and unlock your potential, uncuff your potential, you are off to the races in all of the amazing things that you could do. Congratulations again. Big bravo to you. Big
Thank
cheers
you.
and salute to the work that you've done. Please, folks, go to Amazon today and get your copy. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And Curtis, we are so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the flip side and off at Amazon. All right. Take care. And thank you for always being a part of the excitement that we do here at Ignite. We love publishing books. We love empowering individuals, and we love igniting humanity. And we are just thrilled that Curtis has stepped into a greater version of himself, uncuffed his own potential, and brought a fabulous, wonderful, powerful book for you to enjoy. Go and get your copy now. Hi, I'm JB Owen, founder and CEO of Ignite Publishing, and I want to share something really special with you. We're doing a project called Ignite Humanity, and as you can see, we're all about igniting lives. We want to step into that new trajectory and help people ignite something powerful in them with a documentary and a book project. In our documentary, we want to film you telling your powerful Ignite moment. That's that moment in your life where something changed profoundly for you. And then we want to take that same Ignite moment and put it in an incredible book project. We're looking forward to sharing Ignite moments. Why? Because Ignite moments bring us together. We can all understand the human condition of tenacity, perseverance, dedication, that hero's journey from being somewhere to getting somewhere else. That journey is what we want to share, how you stepped into a greater version of you, and we want to do it in film and in a book, and we want to do it with you. We welcome you to be a part of our incredible project. Click on the link below and talk to one of our producers. Find out how you can ignite humanity and create a legacy in your life.